Wait for it, wait for it. Bit of suspense, you know. Hey, good morning, Spurs fans. Hang on, let's get in the middle. Let's get in the middle. Paul Hotspur Hippie here. That's right, it's the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. I hope you're all well. It is a bright and breezy, beautiful day today, 9:35 a.m. on Saturday, the 5th of October. Only 19 days till Nimbin. Ooh, that's exciting for me, not so much for you. I hope you're all good out there. I'd like to start the stream as usual by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land from where I'm streaming today, the Wallamedical people of the Darug Nation, Ingani. I hope you're all well. I'd like to pay my respects to your elders, past, present and emerging, and recognise that it's the same old story, isn't it? Same old story. No treaty, no sovereignty ceded. So really, you know, what I'm saying is it always was and it always will be Aboriginal land. That's just the way it is. Now, I've got to get to the chat here because Mr. Chang got in before I got my act together, and he's a member for 4 months. Thanks, Chang. Thanks for your support, man. And he says, very good, and I can't bring it up on screen. You know, it took him 4 months to earn the right to put this comment in with a big, nice box in it. I can't even put it on the screen because it was before, you know. A very good and happy Saturday morning from Malaysia. Good morning. Salamat. Or whatever, I don't know Malaysian, or I don't know what languages you speak. Could be Chinese or Chinese. That's not even a bloody language, Paul, is it? It's Mandarin. See? Anglosphere. So thanks very much, Chang. Good morning to you, man. Nate Pie in the sky. Is my camera all right? Let's just have a look here. I'm just going to give my camera a little bit of a dink. Just to make sure. Deactivate. Don't you bugger the exposure up. It buggers the exposure up. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Hang on a minute. There we go. All right, should be all buttery smooth now. I think that's better. Nate Pie, hello, man. Well, anyway, Nate Pie. I'm going to miss another live stream. Oh, what was I say? Well, another one. Port Stephen, you're in Port Stevens about to go on a bushwalk. Beautiful. Oh, have a great time doing that, man. That's great. Have a great show. We'll have a great walk, man. That's awesome. Awesome. See what nature's doing here with my new ambient microphone setup. Bit of a Barry Sheen there somewhere. That's about it. It's a bit boring, isn't it? Oh, hi, Hotspur, my hippie homie. Hello, man. Hello, Leo. Much love to the chat. 5 games in a row. 5 games in a row. Who'd have thought little old humble corn-picking Tottenham Hotspur, by far the greatest team the galaxy's ever seen, would have the gumption, the chutzpah to get 5 in a row. But there we are, man. 5 in a row. 5 in a row. Who did we beat? We've beaten loads, haven't we? And it's a bit of a mixed bag of teams. I suppose people saying, oh, we're only playing this, we're only playing that. It's still 5. We still haven't done that for 3.5 years. That's something. That's something. But all I'm worried about now, of course, is not we haven't won a trophy since blah, blah, blah. We're shit. No, all I give a shit about is the Brighton game coming up in a couple of days. I want to smash the Seagulls, make it 6 in a row. That's what I want to do. Where are all the negative Nancys? Hey, they're in negative Nancy land over there, man. All licking their wounds, circling around, trying to be relevant. Be relevant. What's that? They want to hop on the Ange train. Hey, look, you know, there's tickets, please. Tickets, please. Destination glory. That's what we want. Of course, my comment thing. My comment thing's buggered up again, so... Arsene Lubin, another member of the Hotspur Hippie commune. Thank you very much for your support, man. Hey-o, Paul. How's everything? Still riding the wave of 5 wins in a row. It's great, isn't it? It's great to think that I haven't had that dismal, dreary feeling of loss for, it feels like ages. When was it? It was Arsenal, wasn't it? Oh, yeah, and everyone was shit, heads on fire. Well, I like what Ange in his press conferences, he's saying, well, 14 days ago, you're all saying like Dominic Solanke was shit. We're rubbish. And he was sticking up for Timo Werner, and I agree with what he said. Just because he didn't get those bits, it doesn't mean he's a good footballer. Of course he's a good footballer. I hope he gets even better, man, even better. That's what we want at Tottenham. Rowan, 6 in a row. That's like, it's got a certain gravitas about it, isn't it? 6 in a row. I mean, 4 was where I drew the line and said, right, 4 is a streak. 5, that's all right. But now we're getting on to 6. I mean, we're getting into crazy, uncharted territory, aren't we? I wonder when the last time we won 6 in a row was. Because if it's 3.5 years for 5 in a row, 6? Did we do that 3.5 years ago? Or was it, we're going to start being like last season's start, where it was like the best start we've had since 1962. It's awesome. It was so much fun winning all those games or going on that run. Let's see if we can go one better this year. It's exciting times, man. Very exciting. Also, hang on. Rowan also said, I missed this one, I'm curious to hear all about your potential TV deals. Well, unfortunately, I can't say anything. It seems to be moving. That's about it. I don't know quite. I mean, I don't even know much about it. But I'm in some sort of reckoning for something. I don't know. One of the main things I crossed off on it, though, was I asked them, I said, look, a lot of football media or sports media in general, there's a big association with gambling, advertising and things like that. So just letting you know, if you're doing that, good luck to you, but that's not for me. And they said, no, there's not going to be any of that. So whatever this thing turns out to be, at least I think that's something good, because it's just ridiculous gambling in sport at the moment. There's studies coming out now showing the effect this has on children and their development, because they're gambling at such a young age that completely buggers up your reward dopamine system for the rest of your life. And no one gives a fuck. It's awful. Ronald M, hey, we got Ronnie in. I remember. Nice to see you, man. Beat Brighton like we beat Man United. Hey, wouldn't that be great, hey? We beat Man United so hard. This is what we were doing last year. We were beating teams so hard they would not win for another 2 or 3 games. We just demoralised them that much. And hey, look at what happened to Man United against Porto. They jammied a draw out of it, but we shell shocked them. So we go to Brighton, we smash them up. They ain't going to win for a while. That's what's going to happen bit by bit. Next time we play Arsenal, they won't win for a while, and then we win the league, because Manchester City are just going to be relegated, aren't they? Wonderful. Mark in, my guy, all aboard the Tottenham Express, That's it, man. You might have to run to catch up with it. You have to run to catch up with it. But you're going to have to be that fast. Donovan Ostriker made a semi-pro club in Vancouver. Relocated. Now I live in the Mountains of Hope. Wow. Well, Mountains of Hope's a nice place to be. Better than the Valley of Despair and, isn't it? Nothing wrong with a bit of hope. I believe some people will call it toxic positivity. What ridiculous. Ridiculous. An oxymoron, isn't it? What ridiculous. Oh!
I am Spursicus.
Hello, man. Hello, Hippies. Ange's happy? Yes. The team's happy? It's a great time to be a Spurs fan. Look, it's never a bad time to be a Spurs fan, because it's always better than not being a Spurs fan. But it's definitely got a bit of special spice at the moment, isn't it? It's great. Ange's relaxed. Good presser today. Quite philosophical one. Talking about, who you are and all that. And that's, I think it's very, very true what he was saying. You know, I've said this before, like when you get to that top level of sport or endeavour, you're going to be facing people that are all very well equipped as well. And it's sort of, there's a point where it comes down to who you are. Who you are. Very important. Raven Moorcock. Isn't it interesting, hippie? Hippie! Hippie! Hey! Isn't it interesting, hippie, that when things are going well, the journos want life lessons of Ange? Yeah, it was like that, wasn't it? They're like sitting there, please answer my existential crisis, Ange. And he's like he's just a normal bloke. He's from the neighbourhood, man, from the neighbourhood. You know, if he'd have carried on life the way normal people do, he'd just be an assistant bank manager now, wouldn't he? What a waste. Mark, and apparently it's the Battle of the High Lines on Sunday. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing, man. That's what I'm hearing. Did you see the presses? Yes, today I did. Yes, I watched. I watched both of them this morning. Yes, yeah, good stuff. Nice and relaxed. Mark, again, last time we played the team of Seagulls away, we don't want to talk about this too much, do we? We had a quarter of the team. That's right. So now let's see how we do with the proper team. Yeah. Because when we had a proper team, we smashed Aston Villa, didn't we? Smashed them. Wonderful stuff. Dr. Johnny D7, g'day, man. Anagran Mathamugan. Good point about gambling, Hotspur Hippie. Oh, I know. It seems to be just me sometimes. Like, it's so common, man. So common, like, talking to people down the pub or people in my Uber, especially on weekends. They're going, it's grand final, this rugby league grand final tomorrow. And I'll probably do a bit of work. I'll probably watch the game myself, but they'll all be having a punt. And there's this thing that people bet against their team. So if you lose, you win some money. I don't understand that. Losing is part of sport, isn't it? You've got to lose sometimes. Rowan, I know people ruin their lives losing in gambling. Well, everyone loses, man. Everyone loses. There was a Senate inquiry here in Australia where the gambling companies had to actually admit that if someone has an account and they win, they keep winning, they close their account. And the excuse is, well, we have to have a sustainable business. Oh, okay, that's fair enough then. So if you've got a gambling account, you are by definition a loser. Because if you weren't a loser, they'd close it. Crazy. Sad to see us with those betting ads on our training gear. I hate it. Yeah. And all over social media. Yeah. Nonsense, man. You know? David Nichols. Hi, hippie. Spurs are on a roll now. Oh, yeah. 5-match roll. That's lovely, isn't it? Woohoo! Yes. Kevin Marr. Love you, my fellow hippie. Hey, you got to have a bit more love in the world. Don't hurt, does it? It's easy. Thank you. You're a true fanatic. And for a shorter version of a fan, yeah, well, yeah. That's the whole deal, isn't it? That's the whole deal. It's my club. This thing here, even though the iridescent shit has come off, you can just sort of, I'll have to do something about that. Maybe there's some washable white latex thing I can, because it's just black or dark blue on dark blue now. Mark, we play last this weekend, yeah, and first after the international break. We always seem to be playing last, but hey, I'll take every day break because that was a tough old game against Ferencvaros, wasn't it? It was a good game, entertaining game of football. That's all. Yeah, being a fan, I just want to be entertained. That's it. Arsenal Luban, we're in a much better place than we were last year when we played Brighton. Yeah, 4-1 to us. Yeah, let's go. I'm going to go 4-0. 4-0. Well, 4-1. 4-3. It doesn't matter, does it? Doesn't matter. 3 points is 3 points. Yeah, Brighton will be slipping down. They had a good start, and then they're off the boil now, aren't they? But you know what? Maybe we should check in with the Europa League Predict the Football competition. I'll just get my act together. Because I haven't looked at this. Well, I haven't looked at this. So we'll have a look. We'll have a look now. It's time for Predict the Football in Europe. Sort of. Yeah, there we go. All right, so after 2 match weeks, which is a lot of tipping to do, you can see I forgot some. That's, in fact, I'm not doing very well, am I, looking at this? Oh, Peter P.S. Barrow, top, 42 points, blimey. Fix, E&G second, and Archibald is number 3rd with Tottenham Tifosi. Oh, hello, Tottenham Tifosi and Gary Huggins, the troublemaker, in 5th place. Look, 8th, is that respectable? Nah, it's a bit shit, isn't it? it's a bit shit. But, well, there we go. Let's see how the old one that everyone cares about is doing, the Premier League. There we go. Let's see the season so far. Magnate Mike, look at him streaking away. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Is that an insurmountable haul of points so early on? We'll have to find out. Magnate Mike, Arsene Lubin 2nd, and Andrew G 3rd. Bloody hell! Lone Rider and Peter Mac running out the top 5. Oh dear. 26th. How many's in this? 59. All right, that's all right. Now, who won September? Let's have a look at who won September. Tipper of the month for September is... I need a drum roll. I do need a drum roll. Agent Jones. Congratulations to Agent Jones winning out September. Magnate Mike and Michael 2nd and 3rd with Rob Belcher and Arsene Lubin. Arsene Lubin again. Rounding out the top. Where the bloody hell? What? No. Just as well I'm not a bloody pundit, isn't it? Hey, bloody hell. Not cool. Anyway, there we go. Now, is this going to... Yeah, that all stuffs up my chat thing. Refresh that. I probably missed the load. Here we go. Arsene Lubin, we are in a much better place than we were last year. Okay. One of them. I'm bottom of the Hotspur Hippie Europa League. Yes, man. At least that's something, isn't it? You know, it stands out. It stands out. Not like me, like towards the bottom. Bloody mediocre. That's what I am. Mediocre. Sleepy Mocker, g'day. I'm excited by the performance of our kids. Well, young men, I'm going to take Steve Perriman's lead on this. I'm going to just call him young men instead of kids. Yeah, they were great. They were great. You know, I see, you know, I don't know why, but Bergvall and Archie Gray are getting stick. Well, the stick they're getting now is because apparently Aston Villa signed better younger players for less money. Who gives a shit? They were good. Bergvall, Archie Gray was great. Lancashire he was getting in the right spots. Very important. And Mikey Moore, 90 minutes, man, 90 minutes. He's fit then. He's got physical fitness. He seems strong. Good on him. Arsene Lubin. Oh, look at this. Man of the people, the humble Arsene Lubin. I'm somehow doing good. Yeah, he says that on the keyboard. And then, what we can't see is he's going, yeah, I'm the best. I'm number one. I'm number one. You're looking good today, Arson. That's what he's doing. And he comes, I can't do that. I better say, little old me. Barry McAvoy, this is the level we need to measure progress against. Newcastle, Brighton, Manchester United, Aston Villa and Chelsea. 3 points is 3 points, man. I don't care. 3 points, 3 points. We need to measure progress. Well, I'd measure progress against ourselves, actually. We got 66 points last year. 67's an improvement. We got past the first round of the League Cup. That's an improvement. I mean, we're definitely on the way up. We're definitely on the way up. We look, we look after ourselves. We look after ourselves. I think that's the way we do it. Spurs, because all I know is we're lifting silverware this year. Ooh, it's looking, I don't know, man. Wouldn't that be nice? I mean, I think the Europa League, man. The Europa League. That's the one. It'd be cool to at least progress. Look, it looks like so far we will get through this first stage of the Europa League. Maybe one more win and you're kind of through, I think, given that only, 2 or 3 teams have won both their games so far. Man United are dying in the arse, which is great. You needn't be Fred Dynish to investigate this, but it helps. I tell you what, it helps. Tom, see Arsene Lubin, sitting there looking at himself in the mirror. Mr. Humble now, of course, everyone gives him praise. Oh, my Lord, he's walking around like a peacock. Well done, Arsene, keep it up. Yeah, I know, I don't know how people get such high scores. I really don't. Ronald M, I must say, is our best player, I reckon. Well, he had a damn fine show against Ferencvaros, didn't he? Runs, tackles, bloody hell. There was one tackle. I thought he's going to have pulled his pelvis out. It's just very, very athletic. Very athletic. Yeah, good on him. Good on Biss. Arsene Lubin, who's giving stick to our young lads? I'm ready to fight. You don't need to be... You don't need to be Fred Dynish to figure that one out, man. To the moon! To the moon! Yes, yes, yes. I like the sound of that. Cue internet nutters. Oh, we didn't really go to the moon. Oh, here we go. It's just a conspiracy by NASA space lizards or something. I don't understand. Crazy. What a world, eh? Dr. Johnny D7, half the fun is the journey. Yeah. Improving, watching the team grow. That's right. Yeah, it is. It's all emerging before our very eyes. Before our very eyes. And, the signs were there from the very start. Back in Ange's first pre-season, I thought, this is something different about Tottenham at the moment. Better than what I've been sitting through for the last, 3 years or whatever it was. Hey, God, that was rough. No, we're, it's like, you're on the journey with them, aren't you? Because we did it against Ferencvaros, but the Man United game. I mean, for all the press talking about how bad Man United were, I mean, Spurs were. I was gobsmacked by that game. Like I say, I woke up about half an hour before the kickoff. And I was a bit tired and I thought, I can't be arsed setting all this up for a watch-along. I'll just watch it in bed. But as soon as the whistle went and we got off to that flying start, I mean, I thought we'd win, but we got off to that flying start. I was so pumped up. I was like, oh, God, I wish I was talking bollocks about this game. This is fun. It was great. Great. Hey, this is, woo, here we go. I like the sound of this one. Yeah, it's breaking news from Arsene Lubin. Oh, yes. Yes. Also, the Southgate United links are coming back. They are, aren't they? I'm seeing rumours of that. Seeing rumours of Gareth Southgate. Oh, beautiful. Wouldn't surprise me because he's kind of the bland, corporate, hack that, you know, he's got that, you know, look at him. Ugh, that corporate people like. Because corporate people, you know, billionaires, they don't really have much of a soul, do they? Much heart pumping. It's probably just a little box instead. You know, they relate to that kind of thing. They don't relate to art, you know, expression, being a bit of a maverick or any of that. No, you've just got to, no, KPIs, you fill in the numbers in these boxes here, and if you, yeah, no, it'd be brilliant. Gareth Southgate, bring him in. Rowan, you sometimes mention the background music, yes, but I haven't heard any for months. Kind of missed the Jamie background music. Is it not coming through? I can hear it in my headphones. Yeah, it's there. It's quiet though. I don't want it to like dominate. It's just there to just take the edge off the quiet moments. That's all. So when I'm talking, the volume of it drops, and when I stop, it's quite a mellow one. When I can turn it up. But it kind of buggers up because it's set that any other noise cancels it out. It's called ducking. Arsenal Luban United at the moment are a comedy show. It is awesome to see, isn't it? Awesome to see. I just think Ten Hag isn't the right personality for that club. That's what it looks like, doesn't it? You know, player power. We had that. Ange comes in, the right guy. They're not at the club anymore. They're not at the club. And like one of the guys that's still here, Ben Davies, who never struck me as a particular troublemaker or anything like that. It's just, you know, his ability's a bit limited. Hey, did you see him play against Ferencváros? He had a good game. Almost scored a goal with a really well-timed run. I think it was from a free kick or something. Got his head on it. So well done to Ben Davies, man, you know. Last year of his contract. Let's hope he has a great year. Lifts, you know, gets some cups and stuff. He seems like a you know, a decent guy. No, not like some players we've had where I just well, they're not at the club anymore. Ange has rooted them all out. That's what you know, the manager at Manchester United has to do, is just root out. It's not going to be every player, but there's going to be some players in that squad that are just bad apples that just funk the place up. And they have. It doesn't matter who they are. They've just got to go. But Ten Hag isn't the guy to do that. Dr. Johnny D7. Oh, the funniest talking bollocks as well. Of course it is. I mean, that makes the world. Well, it makes my world go round anyway. You know, don't be serious all the time. It's like, football's serious. Don't be happy. You got to be miserable because we haven't won a trophy since 2008. That don't matter. All I give a fuck about is Brighton. Brighton's the next game. Spurs, couldn't watch any Spurs content for a time. Lackluster, repetitive, clickbait crap. They never wanted Ange and never backed him. I know, from the get-go, because they know better. You know, hey, it still might all turn to shit. Football's a funny old thing. And if it does all turn to shit and we get a new manager, I'll support them. That's just what I do. But I think Ange is a particularly snug fit for Tottenham. His football matches our football. And he's doing a great job, doing a fantastic job. Harper Lee. United fans think Tuchel is the answer. I'm not sure. I don't know about Tuchel's personality. You know, partly I'm going on against that time he had that handshake with Conte. And so look me in the eye. I mean, that's just knobhead behaviour, isn't it? That really is. People have a thing about that. People that have a thing about that I think are a bit weird. Well, he doesn't. Some people say that about Ange. He doesn't look at journalists in the eye. Well, they ask him a question, and he's having a thoughtful process, isn't he? I don't look at people in the eye when I'm thinking as well. You know, I barely look at the camera. It's not even a person. It's just the HAL 9000 thing sitting there. So it's like some people. It's like I don't know. It's like a diet version of narcissism or something. If you're not looking at me, it means you're not giving me the attention I deserve or something. I don't know what it is, but Tuchel was a bit like that, wasn't he? And I don't know what if he's good as a manager or not. Bayern weren't happy with him. He had success at Chelsea. He's had success, but sometimes, when you got a squad worth £1 billion, you'd have to be a muppet not to do something, wouldn't you? Or Todd Bowley. Rowan, looking forward to getting Richie back after the international break too. Yeah, let's hope so. Scored 10 goals in 10 matches last season. Wow, that's an incredible stat, isn't it? Yeah, Ange was singing his praises. And he said in the press conference that because he broke down, he's had a couple of injuries, and so they're spending time, which I like to hear, actually. I like to hear this is a different mentality from, say, Spurs in the Alan Sugar years, for example, where Darren Anderton, who often people call sick note, and I think it's really unfair on the guy. We didn't treat him properly. We didn't let him recover. He was treated for the wrong thing, and just he's on his road to recovery. And Alan Sugar would say, would you mind sitting on the bench on the weekend? Of course, he's a footballer. He's going to say, yeah, sure. Footballers don't like sitting around the sick room, do they? They want to get out on the pitch. So I like the fact that if Richie needs time to get shit right with whatever it is, and we get a good player back, more resilient player, good. And it's not his fault. Fuck, no one wants to get injured, man. There's sheer bad luck or physical whatever, I don't know. It's not something you can control. The only thing you can do is minimise it by, I suppose, fitness and all that sort of stuff, and, warm-ups and managing form and fatigue and all that, which I'm sure he's doing because he's a professional athlete. So let's hope he gets right, man. Let's hope he gets right. Absolutely. Barry McAvoy, upgrade on Werner and Davies and we are set. Well, I think we're doing all right. I think both Werner and Davies are playing well at the moment. When you look at their contribution to the team, I think they're good. You can always upgrade players all over the shop, but at the moment, I think, we always want to get better, don't we? So when you're talking about upgrades, anyone could be upgraded. Anyone, not just those two. I think they're all right. All right, okay, steady as shark. All right, so it's not just me. I'm not alone. Tuchel is a weirdo. Okay, that's the vibe I got. Hey, but that doesn't mean he's a bad manager, though, because, like I say, he's had success at Chelsea. So for whatever his weirdness is, he just needs to find a club that is that weird as well. Is it Manchester United? I don't know, man. I don't know. But when I look back at the Manchester United managers that have failed since Ferguson, I think like Louis van Gaal and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer were pretty hard done by. Jose, maybe a bit as well. Maybe a bit, because he does well with expensive teams, so maybe him as well. And then they stick with Ten Hag for 3 years, and it's like, okay, you've won a couple of cups, which I like what Ange says. Well, apparently that's all I've got to do to be a success at Tottenham is to win a trophy. Man United no. You still want to see your team. You want to be entertained by your team, and they're not entertaining at the moment because you don't know what you're going to get, and they never look really, really good, do they? Not that they don't get results, but it's something about it. There doesn't seem to be like a Manchester United identity there at the moment. It's, it's a bit whichever way the wind blows. You can't have that and be, super successful. Ronald M., my next door neighbour is a Liverpool supporter, hey? And the bloke downstairs is a Man United supporter. This is great. Yeah. Well, I hope you give it all. It's friendly. Like I said yesterday, like my old man was a Wealdstone FC fan, and there was no telling him that Tottenham were better than Wealdstone FC. And that's the way it should be. And the way you support that hypothesis is with bullshit. I can pull anything out of my backside to justify why Tottenham Hotspur's the best team in the galaxy's ever seen. Man, I could beat anyone from any team in the world with the crap I can come out with, but that's what I do. It's fun. And they know, it's all, because they'll come out with crap. Everyone's got their own bit of crap. And it makes it all fun. That's why I don't get the whole, I don't want Arsenal to win because the fans banter us. I don't give a shit. I don't care. People say, oh, well, you don't live in London. Well, I used to, and I grew up there, and I was surrounded by bloody Arsenal fans when they won the league. It's like, oh, well, what can you do? Just give it back. Dr. Johnny D7. It's not like, the Arsenal fans pin you up against the wall and punch you in the stomach. Yeah, we smashed the Spurs. It's not like that at all. It's not it's just fun words in jest. And if they're not in jest, if they're said with malice, and this isn't just football, well, then I don't care about that, because you're being a bit of a so that means I can disregard anything you say. Dr. Johnny D7, funny how United think corporate uptight guys in suits. Yeah, I know, man. Well, that's what they are, isn't it, now? We're also going to turn their club around. Also, Richie will be champing at the bit to get on. Of course he will. And he's probably quite frustrated, I'd imagine. Wants to get his body right. Spursicus. Man United are done. Oh. They could have bought Everton with the money they spent on transfers. What was it, 400 million, 500 million that just Ten Hag has spent? Big signings they've made, big signings. Hasn't worked out. So when I see people saying, oh, we got to get a marquee player in at Tottenham and all that, well, the right one maybe, but who is the right one? And Ange said it in his press conference. It's not as simple as you just go out and buy the best centre-back in the world or something like that. I think he used centre-back as an example. You don't just buy the best centre-back. You've got to buy it. And he was saying, because Ange is very clear on the style of football he wants to play and the personalities that he wants in that team, that it makes it easy to shortlist people, but it's not necessarily the best centre-back in the world. It's the right centre-back in the world. Could be anywhere in the world, any league. There's people being born all over the world right now, anywhere in the world. So some of them are going to be great footballers. Arsene Lubin, Tuchel, is it Tuchel or Tuchel? Tuchel? People say Tuchel, don't they? Don't want to get it wrong, though. He's unlikable to quite a few people. Oh, right, okay. All right, all is good in the world, which is why, even though he's a good manager, there are United fans that don't want him. Oh, okay. I don't know who'd be on Man United's shortlist. I mean, who's around at the moment? I suppose, what's Nagelsmann doing these days? Mr. Skinny Jean hipster. I think Liverpool seem to be doing all right with Arne Slot, although he fucked us around, the bastard. But I'm glad because we got Ange. Sleepy Mogger. What are we talking about? One of Tuchel's ears sticks out more than the other. Hey, I wear headphones. I can't be bothered. What? A little bit. What? Sleepy Mockers, Mr. Perfection, Mr. Symmetry. No, it's just there's something about him. I don't know. Mark Jensen, hello man. Good morning, Paul. Hey, I'm feeling very optimistic about Spurs. Yeah, good. That's the way to be. And feeding pearls of wisdom to the chooks at the press conferences makes me so something. Yeah, I know. Life lessons with Ange. And at one point near the end of it, he says, yeah, sorry, I've been going on, haven't I? Spurs, because me and my family have lived in Tottenham for generations. Is that right, man? Wow, okay, cool. Wow, they know where Bill Nicholson lived and all that sort of stuff. Wow. generations. So that's 3 generations. Say, call that 90 years. Hey, man, your family would have loved it. Hey. And I can tell you now, the most banter you get is from anywhere else in the country. Yeah. It don't matter, does it? Banter. Football banter, to me, generally there isn't a hateful edge to it. Yeah, you want to, maybe needle someone, but there's not that. It's not like, I suppose what people would call hate speech these days, which is only words as well, but there's a real intent in there to do harm. Whereas I think the harm you intend to do when you're doing football banter is just to put someone's team down, if you know what I mean. There's a degree of separation. That's why I think football is great for planet Earth, because it lets us let out that, the dumb reptile bit of our brain in a fairly harmless way. Like I get it. There's some people that do take it to violence and stuff like that, but hey, that's just the world, and some people are like that. But I think generally for a normal, well-balanced human being, it's quite healthy to have something to just let it all out, which is art. Receiving art and maybe generating your own art. It's expressing in a place where you can. And the football stadium's one of those places. You go nuts when you score a goal. You're all together, aren't you? When on the shelf when Tottenham scored, bloody hell, man, the joy everywhere. It was fantastic. Rowan, the Brighton manager is only 31 years old. Is that right, man? Oh, well, geez, he seems to be doing well, doesn't he? So, hey, he could have a long old career in front of him. 31 years old so I'm guessing maybe he was a player that had an injury or something. Maybe like, Brian Clough. He was a great player, but never got to shine that much because he was injured. I'm not saying that the Brighton manager is quite, Brian Clough, but that can happen to people. Oh, okay. Nagelsmann's the German national coach. Okay. Oh, well, they're not going to win a World Cup then, are they? That's good. I mean, Germany's only won one World Cup. Only one. Some people think it's more, but it's only one. Because the other World Cups were won by West Germany, which, as far as I know, when I look at an atlas, doesn't exist anymore. So it's just one World Cup for Germany. That's the way I count it. Arsene Lupin. No one agrees with me on that one, but that's what I say to banter German football fans. Hey, you've only won World Cup. We're the same as England. We've won one. You've won one. Huh? What? No, we've won 4. No, it's West Germany, mate. I mean, it's complete bullshit. See, it's bollocks. But I'll pull any old crap out. Timmy L, peace and love, man. Peace and love. Paul and all, let's grab another win. Hey, 6 in a row, man. And then to go into flying, then West Ham after the break. Yeah, so the next 2 games I'm looking forward to, because the Dreamo-meter it's not really moved yet so far. I think it's on 66 points at the moment. So what I do, I'll just explain the Dreamo-meter, because just in case you're new to things. This is a thing that I bring up in some of my videos after games. So what I do is I take the starting point of 66 points, which is the number of points we got last year. And then each game, I look at how did we do in that fixture last year. So we started off with Leicester, which we drew. Now, because Leicester are new into the thing, I then looked at, who was the champion or whatever. It might have been, the equivalent of the Leicester fixture last year was Burnley, which we won. So because we drew against Leicester, that's a drop of 2 points. So it takes us down to 64. But then we beat Manchester United at Manchester United. We drew that last year, but we won it this time, so it's back up to 66. But the next 2 games, the reason why I'm waffling on about all this bit, please be patient with me, I'm an old man, a bit doddery, is that both Brighton and the West Ham games, we lost both of those games last year. And if we get something out of those, let's be realistic. 6 points. all of a sudden the Dreamo meter goes up to 72 points. So that's an improvement on last year. I think that's why I like to look at progress. I've done it for quite a few years, not necessarily on YouTube and things like that, but it's something I keep track of. So I know if we're doing better or worse. It's something. Dr. Johnny D7 Ange press conferences gives me a play school vibe sometimes. Really. Hey, play school was a place. I think play school still goes on here in Australia. It's obviously not the English one, but it's exactly the same format. I used to love play school when I was a kid. Flo Ella Benjamin, Derek Griffiths, Fred Harris, Carol Leader. Good times. Humpty Hamble. I never understood the name Hamble. What's a Hamble? Anyway, Jemima, Big Ted and Little Ted. Terry Wright, big up Paul. The Seagulls' wings are getting clipped this weekend. That's it. Well, what we'll do is we'll just lay out some chips. Then it'll come down. Timmy L, elation and limbo, maybe? Limbo is what football's all about. Yeah. Uncertainty, especially for people going to games, but all of us, I guess, every time a match comes on, you're embarking on something where you have absolutely no idea. You might, want something to happen, but you've got no idea in 90 minutes, are you going to feel like you could conquer the world, or next stop's the gutter for me. I'll just be living on a park bench in Hyde Park, and everything in between. And we voluntarily do this knowing that the outcome might not be what we want. And I think it's just, like you say, a bit of limbo in there. It's exciting, isn't it? It's exciting not knowing. Like when I go and see a movie or I go and see a band, both are great things. I love doing all that as well. But I kind of know that I'm going to feel good afterwards. Whereas football, I don't know. It's completely beyond my control. It's over the other side of the world for a start. There's nothing I can do about it. But that's what keeps bringing us back, like the Coventry game. I was still hoping for those 2 goals near the end, and they happened. Sometimes football does things like that. Terry Wright, should I have Richie and Sonny back after the international break? Yeah, I hope they both come back better than ever. There's a lot of ball in them yet. Hey, he's twisting my melon, man. It's Rainmaker. Brighton manager is also asked Ange if he could sit in on a Spurs training session. What? No. I wonder what Ange said to that. I don't know. Maybe. Because they're football people, aren't they? Football people. And before all the suits and corporate people got involved, that was more what football was about. It's also about relationships between clubs. And okay, you do want to stuff them and beat them on the pitch, but you're all participating in this thing that brings you together. So sharing ideas with other football people, I guess, would be an appealing thing if that's what you love in life. David Nichols, 10. Said he has a plan. Oh, he had a plan, did he? He had a plan against Porto. Their first 2 goals were mistakes by their goalkeeper. Onana, man. How much did they pay for Onana? How much did we pay for Vicario? I mean, Vicario's astonishing as a keeper, isn't he? But again, against Ferencváros, some great saves. I really like Vicario. I like his energy. I like his vibe. He's you can see he loves what he's doing. Same with a lot of our players, but I love him. I think he's a great goalkeeper. I hope he's with us for years. There's sort of rumours about, I don't know, him going or something. Was it Inter Milan or something like that? I hope that doesn't happen. Spurs, because West Ham are done. Well, apparently they had the best transfer window, that's what I heard. Loppy's trying to play like Man City with lesser players. Well, that's probably a mistake because Man City, I think, are very well. I think they're completely drilled tactically, which has made them strong. But in my mind, that also makes them very beatable because they can't improvise as well. So when they don't get everything their own way, well, what do you do then? What do you do then? Whereas Tottenham Hotspur, which has got developing football brains, players out on the pitch can figure it out. They're not looking over to Ange all the time. What do we do now, Gaffer? I don't know, because I've been spoon-fed football. What do I do now? No. Ange just says, go that way. Fucking do that. Do that. And, and just little changes like swapped around Ben Davies and Archie Gray against Faros just to get that bit of extra pace on up towards the wing. Just smart, That's what the manager does. I see it. I see it when I go and watch, low-level football here. I guess I'd call it low-level. My daughter plays women's football, and I go and watch it. And they love playing for their coach. And he's a good guy. He's a Spurs fan, so, But, I was sitting near him and listening to him. Just very simple things. And it's mainly about swapping positions and things like that. It's nothing more, what do I do now? It's not, we'll get the ball and kick it, Good managers they let the players get on with it as much as possible. Timmy L. Oh, limbs, arms and legs going everywhere celebrating goals, but I do like the limbo part. Oh, well, yeah, limbs. Oh, yeah, it's bedlam, isn't it? It's like a tumble dryer, washing machine. Yay. He said it's okay. Okay, yeah, I can understand why that would happen. Yeah. To me, that speaks of confidence. Confidence, or it's like you're so sure in your own ability, you don't mind helping other people because you're not scared that they're going to take what you say and become better than you, because that's not the point. And you can always do better yourself anyway. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. Timmy L. Yep, last year he was manager at St. Pauli, led them to promotion, and did come to Hotspur Way to observe, and also picked Ange's brain, according to Ange's presser earlier today. I must have, maybe it's because I didn't hear the question. So, yeah, some of those press conferences, especially the embargo bits, I can't hear what the journalists are saying sometimes. David C. He was asked when he was coaching another side, not Brighton. Okay, gotcha. Wilton McDonald, Ange doesn't worry like other managers. He will help whoever as he climbs the ladder. Yeah, why not? So I'm going to help you as much as I'll answer anything. You can see what we do, but I'm still going to beat you. Because I'm Ange Postecoglou and you ain't. Remember, it's who you are. Suppose because every time I hear 10, I think of the popular 80s coffee brand Cafe Hague. Is that not around anymore, is it? Cafe Hague, yeah. Oh, I can almost see the jar. Featuring the neighbour Klaus, who was always trying to steal a cup. Yeah, bastard. Well, coffee adverts were weird. Maybe that's the start of the whole slice of life brand of advertising. Like, I don't, luckily, because I pay for YouTube Premium, so I don't see adverts on YouTube. And that's a lot of what I watch is YouTube. I don't really watch unless it's sport, I don't really watch TV or anything that much. But, whenever adverts come on, because I haven't watched them for a while. If you had most adverts on mute, you would not have a clue what they were advertising, because it's just slice of life shit with a product slapped at the end. It's all it is. It's they're trying to associate a nice happy life with, I don't know, Jaffa cakes or something like that, instead of what adverts used to be, showing them the Jaffa cake. This is a nice Jaffa cake. Whereas now it's picking the kids up from school, doobie-doobie-doobie-doo. Oh, and then at the end, have a Jaffa cake. Oh, and I think that started with coffee, because you had the whole Nescafe. Will they, won't they? Gareth Hunt. And then the other guy, Anthony Head. Oh, people were so excited about that bloody... Rowan. People were so impressed by West Ham's transfers, went on and on about it all summer. Now it's all quiet and forgotten. It doesn't look like... I don't know what West Ham fans think of it. I mean, who cares? I like what Ange said when he was managing Celtic, and they were saying, "Well, what about Rangers?" And he said, "Look, you can do what you want, but don't, I don't look over my neighbour's fence. I just look after my own garden, and that's all we can do, isn't it?" So looking here and there and with green, envious eyes doesn't work. Sash Namovsky, good morning, Paul. Who's going to win the NRL Grand Final? Probably Penrith again, isn't it? I don't know. I don't like either team, that's the problem. But I guess if I wanted someone to win it, probably Melbourne, even though they're from Victoria. And they have won it a few times recently themselves. But I don't know. If Penrith win it, it'd be 4 in a row. That's a bit arse, isn't it? Next year, St George Dragons. Arsenal and Lubin. Ange wants the players to learn to make the decisions on their own. That's right. And play with instinct, yes. And grit. Think about the system and how it's meant to work. Of course, yeah. And that takes time. Takes time whenever you learn anything. A new thing. Bass guitar, musical instrument. You're having to, bugger it up and think about where all your fingers are going and what they're doing. And it's when you start, it's awkward. It's not natural. You think, I'm never going to get this right. You just keep doing it and then you can do it without thinking. Goes into a procedural memory. Is that right? Yeah, declarative. This is a theory anyway. Declarative memory is when you're just learning something, and when you kind of internalize it, it becomes like more procedural. Is that right? Is that the right way around? I suppose a layperson would say like long-term and short-term memory, something like that. But it's the way someone is an interesting thing for you, like someone with like amnesia, where they can't create new memories. Which there's people out there like that, they might remember things from years ago, but if it's longer than 30 seconds ago, it kind of gets a bit fuzzy. But even with someone with amnesia, if they play the piano, they can learn the piano. Isn't that amazing? Just through repetition, because after a while it skips that part of your brain. It's fascinating bit of cognitive science there. David Nichols, Van Der, we talking about Mr. Bionic, are we? Someone has rebuilt Mickey Van Der Ven, I tell you. And it cost more than $6 million. Not precise. Hello, Paul. You know what I told you about Ange on this channel, how I feel about it. Mike Preside maybe got a bit rattled after seeing that pathetic performance against Coventry. Thought we might get relegated. Yeah, well, I mean, if we lose again, are you going to do the same again? I don't know, man. David Nichols, Van Der Ven, best and fastest defender in the Premier League. Absolutely, but best in the world. Best in the world. Perfect fit for what Ange wants to do. Goes for it. And he just seems like a grounded bloke, doesn't he? Not full of shit. He's got a football head. Mark in on back. Had to knock some heads in work. Oh, did ya? They got a bit out there prams, did they? Bloody hell, man. People are dopey, aren't they? Yeah, I think it's funny, isn't it? Like, I won't get onto that topic. Right? Let's see how the debate panel's getting on with Ange in or Ange out. It's getting angry in there, man. Getting angry, still no decision. Mike Beside, will Tottenham win Premier League only 5 points off the top? It's never over till it's over. Yeah, I think we're in with a shout. Like, every team's in with a shout. We're in with a shout, only 5 points. And if you think about performances, Marpin, they've been good performances. And hey, you mentioned the Coventry game. Isn't that paying off now? Isn't that paying off? I mean, we beat Coventry in the end, but now these players are that played that Coventry game had a much better game against Ferencvaros, didn't they? And that's why I think Ange did it, because we need everyone to be up to speed. So when do you play them? Do you really play them in the Premier League? Or, do you play them in a cup where generally other teams are fielding weaker opposition as well? Because everyone's doing the same thing. They're all trying to get their players up to speed so that down the line, if there's suspensions or injuries or just, volume of football games, you're going to need the players. Where we went wrong last year was we didn't have those cup games, or we went out early. And when we ran into trouble, the replacements, they did the best they could. And it wasn't like terrible or anything like that, but it wasn't up to speed. Whereas this year, look already, our captain, some would say our best player, not playing. And for all people crap on Timo Werner, he filled his part in the team and we're getting results. We're getting results, man. David C, best in the galaxy, Paul. Oh, look, of course, man. I don't think there's another centre-back anywhere in the Milky Way, so you're quite correct there, man. Best in the galaxy, bloody right. Don't understate the zone he is best in, of course. You show me an alien out there that can do what Van der Ven does. You show me one. Whoa! Oh, this one's a feisty one. Destroy. That's it. Don't come back. Got to send them a warning once in a while. Didn't have a centre back on that, by the way. It was just robotic things. There's no organic life on that. It was just an unmanned probe. Ronald N, also Brennan Johnson, no stopping him. Wow, that goal he scored was great, wasn't it? Best goal yet. Just his first touch, man. First touch. Nicely done. And then he's using 2 feet to get to the left of the defender, banged it in with his left. Great stuff. Mark Jensen, Spurs squad seems so deep this year. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? So much different, eh? Well, we got rid of a lot of the squad players that we were relying on. Pierre, Skip, Lo Celso, Sanchez, Dyer, all gone. We were able to give valuable time to the Tottenham Tots. Young men. Hey, look, if Steve Perriman says don't call them youngsters, I'm not going to call them youngsters. He makes sense, and he would know. Because at the time he made his debut for Tottenham Hotspur, he was the 4th youngest player in our history when he debuted in 1969, 17 years old. So he would understand now, I think, what's required to nurture a young player, because he was one. Martin Precise, really excited to see Mikey Moore. Yeah, man, it was really worth the wait. It was exceptional. It's great to see. 90 minutes, man, 90 minutes. I think that is really super impressive, actually. He had a good game and everything, but you can see that he's match ready, isn't he? It wasn't the case of he had to, and maybe that's partly how he's been integrated. Last 10 minutes here in this game, just integrating him. Ange knows what he's doing. I'm telling you, Ange knows what he's doing. But yeah. Very, 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 very promising debut. Can't get ahead of himself. Just got to keep doing it and keep getting better. That's it. While I was, Ange defended Timo. Yeah, and said his general play was good. Well, that was the impression I had, man. People are focusing on the one-on-ones he had against Manchester United or the one he had against Ferencvaros. But apart from that, he did a lot, crossing the ball in, holding up, making some great tackles. It's all contributing to the performance of the team, albeit not on the score sheet. But if he's doing that, well, we're winning games, aren't we? We're winning games. Just excuse me for a second, folks. I'm just going to get my whistle wet. A few people in. I'm quite enjoying doing this today. It's Saturday. Saturday's too much traffic. So I'll do this for a bit longer. If you just bear with me a second, I'll leave you with some. Hello. Oh, thanks for hanging around, folks. Music's doing its job, just luring you in so you don't want to miss anything. Let's see what nature's doing. Not a lot at the moment. Lot. I'll have to do a I'll have to do a stream sometime at sunset. That's when everything goes troppo. But I don't know if Nate Pye's watching this, so this is my plan for next a West Ham watch along I'll be doing from the Surrey Hills Hotel live again, which I really enjoyed doing that last one. It was just an experiment last time, and I've had some ideas how to do it better. And one of the things is getting the ambient sound right. So realised that my webcam has got a microphone in it, which I don't use. I use a different audio setup, but just picking up background noises, really good. And if you're interested, because I've got a Rode Procaster 2 mixing desk, I can map faders to it. Yeah. Wonderful. Spursicus, we have a team as opposed to a bunch of individuals. Absolutely. Total football. Yeah, man. Idiots don't understand this because it doesn't fit in. You know, they don't understand it, do they? They don't understand making stuff up. It scares them, I think. I like it. I think that's, you know, spontaneity. And some of it was so fast, our play, wasn't it? Fast as buggery. There was a movement we did against Ferencvaros. It didn't result in a goal, but if it did, it would have been amazing. Amazing. Mark in. I enjoy that European game. Flares on that pitch, eh? Yes. I can't offer you flares here. The best I can do is a $2 confetti bomb. There we go. I love that. Yeah, I love it. I love the harshness of it. The imposing atmosphere. What a challenge. What a challenge. Beautiful. You and I know these young ones are good enough, but they need a game or two to get going. Yeah, of course. Got to be careful. Like Ange said, you've got to be careful. Coventry, the best place to start. Yeah, and we won. Which is why I was so amazed when I went on Chris Cowlin afterwards and everyone was pissed off. I was like, well, we won. Then it came to times to do your predictions for the Brentford game and I said 4-0 and they were like almost disgusted with me. Are you serious? I'm like, yeah. They're all going like 1-0 and 1-1 and shit like that. And we won 3-1. So I was, hey, who's the idiot now? Oh, man, I wasn't saying it to be right or wrong, but that's the hope I have. I think there's you know, given that even though the goals are coming for us, there's still chances that we're not converting. So there's room there as well. There's room there to improve. I'm telling you, I thought it would happen last year. It didn't quite. But I'm going to stick my neck. We're going to beat some team 6-0 this year. We are going to absolutely thrash some team. I don't know who it could be. It came close against Manchester United. Like I'm saying, we didn't convert all of our chances and we still blew them away, didn't we? So that's going to happen at some time. Like Ange's biggest win at Celtic, and don't give me this is only Celtic and Scottish football, because that shits me off, that kind of attitude. Celtic won a game 9-0. It's a goal every 10 minutes. Amazing. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. That'll be, when we do something like that, it's like, okay, right, now this is Tottenham Hotspur. Mike Bresai, sorry, Paul, Timo Werner isn't a footballer. He robbed Moore's assisting. Whatever, man, whatever. What is he then? What is he, a hockey player? Of course he's a fucking footballer. Mark Ian, I'm glad he's taking his time bringing in more bit by bit. Yeah, there's no rush, is there? He's 17. You can take 4 years to integrate him and he'll still only be 21. I mean, bloody hell, people say, I'll play Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore's better than Vern. Oh, shut up. Shut up. I believe Brendan had a banger of a shot. Yeah, they hit the crossbar. Yeah, and when he shot it, I think he was doing he was trying to Jedi force it in. He's like, just go down a bit. It's like if you look very carefully in at Ricky Villiers' goal in the 1981 FA Cup final replay, the one that's like one of the no, not one, the best FA Cup final goal ever. When he's taking his shot, Garth Crooks is there, and he does like a kicking motion as well. Like he's come on, get in. It's like a shadow assist or something like that. It was great, and that's an instinctive thing, instinct. You just get in there. Brilliant. I saw that in Johnson, so I like that. It's like. Rowan Dyer not longer for a starter for Bayern. Is that right? I haven't been following it. Yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me. He's done his usual of 6 decent games and then gets a bit full of himself. Ange deserves some kudos for making these decisions. Other managers didn't, or maybe couldn't, or I mean, we saw the the end result was that they got they became first team regulars. So not just Dyer, but a few of these players. Why was that? Did the managers not see what most of the fans saw, or which isn't important because the manager's their own man, but Ange straight away, it was so bloody obvious, wasn't it? It's like you're not playing. Or I think it was in one. Was it in one? It was one of the pre-season friendlies. He said, "Right, Eric, you've got the captain's armband." I mean, that was the test, wasn't it? And you know what? If Eric Dyer came through that game with a decent flying colour sort of performance, a bit leadershipy because he was part of the leadership group, he'd still be here. But that was his one shot. And then there was all this crap about, because it was clear that Ange wanted to get rid of him earlier. Oh, no, I'm going to fight for my place. It's like, well, good luck to that, mate. Good luck. What are you doing to fight for your place? Not a lot. Yeah, Ange deserves kudos for making these decisions other managers don't. But what a clear out. You know what? Let's have a look at... I'll have a look at the lineup for... So we're playing Brighton. Let's have a look at Tottenham, Brighton from, say, 2 years ago. So that's the 2022 season. Let's have a look at the lineup. This might take me a little while to find because I'm an idiot. All right, hang on. Let's go. Hang on. No, there's an easier way. There's an easier way, isn't there? Is there? Oh, God, I suck ass at this. I really do. Tottenham, Brighton, 2022 to 2023. That's the game I want. Where's that then? Is it that one? No, that's last year. There we go. There we go. There we go. 9th of October, 2022. Oh, fucking hell. Have a look at that. Hang on. I've got to show you guys this. Wow. Ha! There's some names I even forgot about. I buried them out of my conscious. Hopefully that will bring up the right webpage. There we go. Don't know if you can read it clearly. Can I make this bigger? Is there a hotkey for Zoom? Zoom plus. See, is that a bit better? That's a bit better, isn't it? Look at this lineup. So here we go. Hugo Lloris in goal. And there's our 3 at the back, which ain't 3, it's 5. So the 3 central defenders. Ben Davies still around, doing well, man, doing well. Eric Dyer holding up the big fortress in the middle. And Cristiano Romero. And then our fullbacks were Ryan Sessegnon and Michael Doherty. Oof, remember that? And then Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, and Basuma and Bentancur, I'm surprised they're in there. And up front, Harry Kane and Son. So you look at that, we got, so the players gone from just 2 years ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of that lineup are gone. Let's have a look at the substitute. Ollie Skip, gone. Richarlison's still here. Perisic, gone. Sanchez, gone. Hill, gone. Spencer is still around. Jed Spence making a resurgence. Papa Matsar, totally underused by Conte. I don't know why. Longley. We had bloody Longley, didn't we? And he wasn't always a sub. He was, dude. So how many subs have we got rid of? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9 subs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a hell of a turnover, man. And that didn't happen for bloody years at Tottenham. Didn't happen for years. And then, bang, 1 season and a bit under Ange. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Now I'll probably have to fuck around with the chat because I went to my web page, didn't I? So that's not going to work. Well, I've got a few comments I can still go through. Rainmaker, I think Spurs are in it to win it. Yes. It's good how we don't get a mention in winning it by anyone. Oh, just doing it on the down low, man. Doing it on the down low. I love it. I love it. I'm feeling as good as our football now than I've ever felt. I mean, people talk about trophies and stuff like that. So the last 2 trophies we won were under George Graham and Juan Ramos, and I didn't love those teams the way I love this one. It was all right. It's still Tottenham, but we're different now. We're back to, my early memories of, let's say, 80 to 87. And then a little bit of a break of a year, maybe 89 to 92, 93, and then it's been a bit mediocre since. So we've had flashes since then. Even Poch, that team, it was good, but I don't know. I don't know. This team I like. I did like the Poch team, but and it was good, as you could see them develop. But then they just all hung around, didn't they? Arsenal Lumen, he hit the post against United and crossbar last game. Yeah. There's no stopping him. No stopping him. It's great to see. That's George on the piano. Don't know. George Graham. Destiny 5. I'm not saying he's Jason Voorhees. Big up, Hippie on holiday. Sorry I'm late. So, apologies. Bloody hell, enjoy your holiday, man. Enjoy your holiday. No obligation here. Destiny 5 is streaming the Brighton game. That's my intention. Things change. But yes, I'd like to. It's Monday morning kickoff at something like 2 a.m. It's a shit time. Although, look, the Ferencvaros game was a god-awful kickoff time as well. But, I did it, didn't I? I probably will do it because I want to win this game. I want to win this game. I mean, I want to win every game, but when every game's on the horizon, it's like, yeah, but I really want to win this. It's the same every time. But no. But this one, I really want to win. Nice piano playing, Hippie. Oh, it's not me, man. No, that's YouTube. No. Don't credit me with that. That's off the YouTube music library, man. There we go. Oh, it's still playing. Is it on loop? Get rid of that one. I've got a few things from the YouTube music library, which is like thousands and thousands of bits of music you can use without getting copyright strikes. I mean, you've got to sift through it, to be fair. But there's some really good stuff there. You know, like... Oh, no, that one's rubbish. What else have I got here? I've got that one. Ah, conspiracy time. Conspiracy, I think not. You know, all sorts of stuff. David C. Have you ever spoken to Alice from Ecola TV? Like, I've not talked to many YouTubers at all, really. I like to just do my own thing. But I've seen some of her content. She seems pretty cool. I first saw her, I don't know if it was 2 years ago or something like that. It's good to see. She's a Man United supporter but critiques Big Six clubs. Yeah, her reviews of Tottenham are often far better than some Tottenham-centric channels, in my opinion. Yeah. I mean, look, it's not my thing to do because I'm not interested in critiquing other teams or anything like that. I only want to watch Tottenham. But she seems to be fairly, fair and stuff about it. And she seems to, well, look, she has, when she's talking about Tottenham, a lot of what she's saying is stuff I think as well. So, I mean, yeah, she's doing a good job there, man. As her channel's going through the roof, isn't it? Good on her. She talks sense, you see. She's not full of bile and shit, and she's doing great. RJ, where did you buy your teleporting machine from? I made it. I made it with my 3D printer. So you can't have one. Liam Haverty. Howdy, Hippie. Are you part of the Hotspurs group in Sydney? I was a member last year because I was going to go to the Melbourne game and that got me a ticket easy. But my membership has lapsed. But I might renew it, actually. Even though what I do at the pub, it's not an official Hotspurs thing. There are a few Hotspurs people do that, but I want to be clear, I'm not affiliated with the Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Club or anything like that. I'm not part of it, anything like that. I just, well, they can't stop me from streaming from the pub, can they? It's a free country. No, it's good though, it's good. I'll have to get down to the Surrey Hills pub, yeah. I think West Ham will be a great game. Great game. Good for, although I said that last year. Funny though, last year, 2 games of West Ham, they weren't very good, were they? I remember one of them, it must have been around December time, because I was in Tottenham, New South Wales, and got up early, specifically to watch the game, me and my mate. And it wasn't inspiring. It really wasn't inspiring. So we struggled against West Ham. This is why I'm interested to see how we'll do against West Ham. Somehow they got one over us on last year. They really did. So it'd be nice to redress that balance, I think. It's really because you're spot on, Paul. Oh, okay. Stopwatch is right 2 times a day. Seems to me some fans only remember goals, but real fans remember passages of play. Yeah, I enjoy the whole thing. Look, goals are obviously the intent of the whole endeavour. But I get excited by like Archie Gray's little back heel flick when he was under pressure. He was right up on the right wing. Sorry, my ears have just popped for some reason. Hang on a second. Oh, because I blew my nose, didn't I? Hey, well, I've equalised to 1 atmospheric pressure. Now that I'm back on planet Earth, maybe it was when I teleported off into space to get a drink. Different pressure. Yeah, all of those things excite me. Just because they don't result in a goal, I think still that was cool. cool that people can do that sort of thing. So Archie Gray was far up on the right-hand side, and I think he had 2 players on him. And somehow he squirmed the ball backwards out. I think it was Basuma. So it didn't lead to a goal, but hey, it was great fun to watch. Destiny 5. Nothing beats the moment when the camera panned on Johnson's dad when he scored away at United while his son's name was being sung. Yeah, what a moment. Brilliant. Great. That's what, I think that's what football's about. Great memories, great, people. Okay, so I've missed a load of chat because it stuffed up because I looked at a web page. Hang on. So a few I'll have to just do manually. Okie dokie, RJ. Dyer won't fit in Vincent's style either. What style does he fit in? No, he'll get 6 good games under a new manager and then he tanks. Destiny 5, 50 mil down the drain. Brennan Johnson scores again. Yeah, I know. One trick pony. Just 1 goal a game in the last 5. Dr. Johnny D, 0 points. Lost this season due to Timo's misses. Yeah, 0. Yeah. It's not like he's cost us games or anything like that. He's not been like total arse and let everyone down. I hope it becomes good, man. Or better. So basically fans going on about it. Bit of a toss, if anything, showing Spurs are opening teams up. Yeah, because we're up there, aren't we? I mean, he's getting the ball, so we must be doing something right around the rest of the area of the bloody pitch, eh? Rowan, Dyer, Doherty, Cess, glad we got rid of them now. Miss Kane, to be honest, but hoping all the best for Solanke. Yeah, Solanke, well, he's got an England call-up straight away after, why'd we sign him? What a waste of money, blah, 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 blah. Hasn't scored. Oh, well, hasn't he? He has now. He's got an England call-up as well because Ivan Toney's tanked his international career to go and play in Saudi Arabia. It's up to him, isn't it? But no one wanted Tony. I mean, no football manager wanted Tony in England. Mark Jensen, I like starting with teenagers and having the experience on the bench, yeah. Gives the young men a chance to shine when everything is on the line as opposed to bringing them against a tiring team. Yeah, I think that's... I heard Glenn Hoddle, which I didn't like his commentary at all, man. But he's saying, no, you put your best lineup out and then they seal the game off and then you bring the other players on. It's, well... Looks like we're doing it the other way around, didn't it? Worked against Coventry. They did the job against Ferencvaros anyway, really. Well, we were 1-0 up. When the subs came on, it was 2-0, and then we let one in. I didn't give a shit about that. Oh, no clean sheet. It's 3 points, though. Mount Bushman, dosti, yeah. Mismo spremni. That's it, man. Again, I hope you get some interviews half-time again and you can be Des Lynam. Yeah, I'm just thinking about how I'll do it because the phone thing, I think it works all right, actually. But now I've got my ambient microphone. So it's got a nice, wide, specific pickup pattern, whereas, the vocal microphone is just, it's fairly directional, whereas this one, what's going on? Anything? There's just a flurry of activity. It's all gone quiet again now. Oh. Sounds like Birdie driving a police car. Which would be an improvement. Rowan, Spurs YouTubers are making and selling Big Ange t-shirts in the summer, weren't they? Yeah, coining it in off the brand of Ange Postecoglou and then saying they want him out. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. It was vehement. Absolutely vehement. Well, to those people, I would just say, if you don't know what Ange is doing, you can fuck off down the Emirates. If you know, you know. Mark N. I think when we play the Hammers is our first or second game after the crazy game against Chelsea. Yeah, we weren't. It was off, wasn't it? Off. Bobby K, here we go. All right, we can get back onto the programme here. Here we go. Bobby K, hey, oh, boy, hey. Good evening, boys, and everyone in the chat. Come on, you Spurs. Ange out. Ha. What? Johnson should be in League One. Oh, bloody hell, man. Ha. Well, I suppose Wrexham could afford him. He's a championship player. Well, I think you'll find he's playing for Tottenham fucking Hotspur, and we're in the Premier League. Fact. Sean D, I thought Timo had his best game on Thursday. I think he's had a couple of good games, actually. Clear chance was awful, but he crossed a few times and took his man. Yeah, I know. Troubled them. Gave them something to think about. Absolutely. Dr. Johnny D7, big up to Solanke on England call-up. I think it's deserved. Absolutely deserved. So there you go. Our crappy signing is England's, I suppose, number 2 striker, or I don't know where he fits into the pecking order, but he's one of the best, isn't he? Let's say England squad 25 players. Let's say there's 4 attackers, so he's one of the top 4 English strikers. Good on him. Absolutely good on him. Good to see. Sean Earl, absolutely. I don't know what absolutely about, but yeah. Just give it a second, see if any other thought bubbles pop up here, but we might be drawing a close. Let's see what nature's doing. It's getting sleepy now. The sun's high in the sky. Everyone gets a bit knackered. All right, Wakes. Well, it looks like that's a show. Hey, man, it's an hour and 36 minutes, but hey, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your company and keeping this old dog and pony show going. I had a lot of fun. Thanks to everyone that's liked and subscribed. And hang on, Sean L. Sorry, just woke up, 2 a.m. Oh, go back to sleep. Here we go. Tom, I don't like international breaks. I just want more Tottenham. I know, I bloody hate them. Bloody hate them. But at least we've got like 2 games a week at the moment. So it's an easier bit of pillow, bit of pill to swallow. Bit of pillow. So hang on, let's keep going a bit. We've got more shit, haven't we? RJ, who selects the England squad? Is it Lee Carsley, I suppose, at the moment? It's probably a committee. I don't know who the New England manager will be. Mark M, what makes me laugh is all the people every week on the YouTube Spurs channel saying we're still too open. Only Liverpool have conceded less goals, by the way. Saying we're still too open, we need to adjust. When will they get it? We're not changing, and I love it. I know. That's the way I want to see it, man. That's the way I want to see it. Daylight saving. What is it? When did that... Was that... Have I missed it? No, it's tonight. Did it happen? Or... No, it's tomorrow morning, isn't it? Oh, I don't know what they bother with all that shit. Yeah, Johnson's out of this world. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, they just seem like good guys as well. All different, bit weird, but good. Good guys. All right, folks. There, I think I'll call it a day there. Look, thanks very much for coming. If you've watched it on YouTube or listened to it on your favourite podcast player, thank you very much, man. The podcast is increasing in views, slowly but surely. I think I'm up to like 500 a month compared to YouTube, which is it's over 60,000. But hey, you've got to start somewhere, and that's where I'm starting, right at 0, and it's ticking up nicely. And you know what? Thanks for your company. And I hope, if you've listened to it afterwards, that it's distracted you away from 2024. There's more in 24. What will 25 bring? Hey, it's yet to be decided. It will be decided, I'm sure, possibly around December the 31st. What will 25 be? No suggestions, please. They will not be countenanced. This is a decision that's made by my producer every year. Not even me. Not even me has the power to decide what year it is. It's my producer, Mountain Bushman. More in 24. That's his work, and I love it. And look, I'll see you around the traps, folks. Till next time, peace and love. And come on, you Spurs. Let's go and smash those fucking seagulls, man. Let's go and do them. Yes. Engage!